Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. I am not in the studio at the moment. I am sat in my car. You know, when I think about it, about a month ago, I was in the sun beating down on me, going to these incredible stadiums in Qatar, the Al Bayt and all these different stadiums, watching Messi play, watching Mbappe play, all these great footballers, Saka. And now I've been brought right back down to earth today, watching my son play. It's pouring down with rain. The pitch is soggy and wet. I've got a raincoat on and yeah, the reality of football. But this is where it all starts from. This is where they all start, playing like this. This is where Mudryk started. This is where João Felix, all of them that we're after right now for millions of pounds, they started playing football just like this. So we've got to put respect on it, right? And in the interest of transfers, listen, don't worry, I've got my notes with me, right? And we are going to run through the transfers and keep you up to date as we always promise to do throughout the month of January. Let's starting off with Mudryk and the latest on him. Moleiro Mudryk, I'm sure the Arsenal hierarchy would have loved to have had this deal done and dusted already. We're now 1 week into the transfers and still no sign of this deal getting done. Now, we know the player wants to come. We know Arsenal want him. They put 2 bids in for him. They've both been rejected. We know Shakhtar are holding out for big money. Now, according to some publications today, namely The Sun and The Mirror, they're both claiming that Mudryk's having second thoughts, you know, whether or not to come to Arsenal. He's got his doubts now because of the bid from Chelsea, because of the fact that he will start games. Now, when I dig deep into these stories, there is absolutely no substance to them whatsoever. They are pure speculative stories where the person who's written them is just basically speculating and saying, because, you know, Sterling's out, because Pulisic is out, you know, they're getting in his head. Surely he must be having doubts. They don't know for sure. All the evidence so far points towards Mudryk wanting to come to Arsenal. We've seen it with all these posts and everything. We do know, however, that Arsenal are not going to go crazy on the price. That is one thing for sure. So that is one thing we know. They're not going to go crazy on the price, but this deal could still happen. But it's dragging on, and the longer it drags on, the worse it is for Arsenal, really, because, you know, they want to get this deal completed. We've got Tottenham coming up next week. We've got Man United the week after. You know, we don't really want to be bringing this guy in at the end of the window. We need him now. We need reinforcements right now. That could be why a lot of reports are that they're stepping up their interest in João Felix. Now, if you look at in a lot of publications today, they're all saying it, that Arsenal are stepping up their pursuit of João Felix. They have got a big interest, but yet again, this is another one explained by me a lot, and I'm sure you've seen it everywhere else as well, that the sticking point is the huge signing, you know, loan fee that they are seeking at Atletico Madrid. But Arsenal looking to step it up. Now, could they be saying to themselves, right, let's just try and get João Felix in, get the loan deal down, get him in as soon as possible, and then we can just, you know, we'll have to play a bit of a waiting game to get Mudryk in before the end of the window. Could it be something like that? Because then at least you've got an attacking option on the bench. But I'd love to see at least one of them come in. There's been talk that Arsenal are after both, which would be extraordinary. I mean, it'd be a real difference to how we've operated in the transfers in the past. But again, it's a waiting game on both of these. But apparently we're stepping up the interest in João Felix. Now, some new targets that Arsenal looking at today. One of them is Alejandro Balde. He's a 19-year-old left-back from Barcelona. I remember watching him in the World Cup, and I was quite impressed with him as well. He's good, up and down the pitch, quick, all the things you need sort of from a left-back. Arsenal said to be really, really interested in him. Now, it's been a bit of a breakthrough season for him. He's played really, really well. He's broken into the Barcelona team and has become a regular. And as I said, has become a Spanish international as well. All that at the age of 19. So he's really, really catching the eye of a lot of teams right now. Only 18 months left on his current contract. Edu's identified him as one of those sort of special talented players out there and is interested in buying him. And this talk, I was trying to see a publication called National. They're claiming that Arsenal are willing to pay up to £31 million for Balde's signature. Now, Barcelona, obviously, they won't sell one of their big talents, but that is one of the rumours that are out there today regarding Balde. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Although I have to say, I can't see Barcelona letting him go. Not right now in January, even though he's only got 18 months left on his contract. And also, left back. We've got a couple of decent ones at the moment, you know. Do we need another left back right now in the January transfer window? That's not a priority. It's far from a priority. But sometimes when you see special talented players and their contracts are running down, you got to pounce. So you never know. They're also looking at another specially talented young player. This guy's been described as the Greek Messi. Oh, here we go again with these names, right? Giannis, and bear with me in my pronunciation of this name, Giannis Konstantelias, right? Of POAK. He's 19 as well, another 19-year-old, said to be valued at around about £10 million. He's a left winger, so, you know, same as Mudryk, a left winger. And Arsenal have been scouting this kid, and they're really, really impressed with him. He's already playing for the Greek under-21s, where he's really impressed. He's set to make his full national debut. And he's really been exciting a lot of people that have been watching him in Greek football. Now, it's not just Arsenal that are interested in him. Leeds United are interested in him. Manchester City is said to be interested in him. A whole host of teams around Europe have got their eye on him. But could Arsenal move for him this January? As I said, still very, very young, 19, very, very inexperienced player, but really exciting a lot of people around Europe at the moment. And listen, we only got to look at Martinelli, who we bought in for, what, 5-6 million? And what he's doing now in this team. Again, special talents, you can't pass up on him. But so let's see how that one works out. But the Greek Messi, anytime you see those things, man, you know what I mean? They're just putting labels on these kids, man, that are very, very difficult to live up to. Right now, just bear with me, going through my notes again. Albert Moleiro of Las Palmas. This is another one of these wonder kids that's around at the moment that is really, really impressing a lot of people across European football at the moment. He plays for Las Palmas, and he's been described as the next Pedri, right? Pedri, of course, who plays for Barcelona. Brilliant youngster. Well, this kid has been described in the same vein as him, Albert Moleiro. As I said, Las Palmas, he's been playing for 22 appearances he's had at his young age, and had 5 assists this season. He's a midfield player, but can also play left and right wing. And yeah, listen, I haven't seen him play, but he's exciting a lot of people again in Spanish football. And, you know, Arsenal said to be one of the teams that are looking at him, perhaps to maybe make a move to bring him in. I was looking at his valuation. It's around about €3 million, but obviously with interest from teams, it would go up. Listen, team like Arsenal always going to be looking at young talent. You've seen Chelsea recently going out and spending a king's ransom on loads of young players, including our own Imari Hutchinson, who they nicked off us. So when you see good young players out there, sometimes, even though they're not going to come straight into the team, you know, you got to pounce. You got to pounce and try and get them in. And with the signing of some of these players, it may even be that Arsenal bring them in and then loan them straight back out again, or loan them back to their clubs so that they can get game time. But what we need right now at Arsenal is we need somebody who's going to come in and do the job right now. And last one to tell you about is Norton-Cuffy, of course, Arsenal youngster, really impressed coming through the ranks. The wing back has done really, really well, but he's been out on loan this season at Rotherham. Now he's been recalled off of that loan and then loaned out immediately to Coventry City. So Arsenal not happy with the amount of loan time, amount of game time that he's been getting, so they bought him back and then they sent him back out on loan again to Coventry City, where they've been guaranteed that he's going to get more game time rather than been struggling a bit. That's the problem sometimes when they're on loan at some of these teams that are struggling. That can reduce their game time. Managers are not looking to, take any chances on youngsters. They need experience in there to save them from relegation. So he's been recalled off a loan. I already said that Miguel Aziz as well has been recalled from his loan as well. And I think they're looking to do the same sort of thing with him. So good luck to Norton-Cuffy. Definitely one for the future. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching the show. I'm about to go outside in this pouring rain now and watch this game of football, but it's all good. As I said, this is where it all begins. Hopefully by the time I get drenched and off this wet field, we're announcing Mudryk. That would be a dream, wouldn't it? Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to subscribe here to AFTV, and I'll see you tomorrow. Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.